Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to remove and replace a outside door handle, one of the front outside door handles on this 2003 Honda Odyssey. We show you the left side, the right side is the same, and this procedure is good for any 99 to 2004 Odyssey. The tools you'll need are pretty basic. You'll need a new door handle from 1AAuto.com, a Phillips screwdriver, small and regular size flat blade screwdrivers, 10mm socket with a ratchet extension, some pliers, and also a short Phillips screwdriver, as well as a flashlight will help.
Okay, start with a small screwdriver. And if you look into this cup here, there's a little trap door pry up, and you can see a Phillips screw there. And then there would be another trap door here, but it's missing on this vehicle, but there's a Phillips screw there. Okay, remove these two Phillips screws. Okay, pull up and then back on this and pull it out, and there's two connectors. They both have just little tabs right in the middle top here on this blue one. Press it down. Okay, and this brown one, press down, pull it out. The door handle pulls forward and then out. And again, now there's a clip here on a rod. Just push that clip either with your finger or the screwdriver. Push that clip around, pull the rod up and out. And then there's a connector here. Pull that off. Small screwdriver right up here. Pull this out a little bit, work the screwdriver underneath, pry it out, pull that up. Put it at the bottom and work your finger underneath and pull firmly. Okay. Release the clips. They're probably not going to release. If your door panel's never been off, it may be a little more difficult to release. But release those clips and lift your panel up. Okay, off, and then your speaker is connected right down here, and the tab is there's two tabs on each side. Just squeeze the connector and pull it off.
In the upper corner, there's a little plug. Just pop it out with a flat blade screwdriver, and then pull your water shield down so you can access the inside of the door. There's also a small plug on the door to remove. Okay, now inside you've got a couple of 10mm bolts, one there, one right up here, and then through this hole where you took the cap off. Kind of hard to see it, but if you look in there, let's see if I can show it to you. There it is, the 10mm bolt there. Use an extension and a ratchet and socket. And I'll just speed it up here as I remove those three bolts.
So now we grab the handle from both sides, pull out on the bracket a little bit and shift it over. Okay, and after that you've got two steps here. You need to use a short screwdriver to remove this Phillips screw, and then you just reach in here with your finger or a screwdriver and push this clip off and pull this rod out.
Okay, and here's just some quick footage of how you pop that clip off.
Okay, so I used a short screwdriver, removed that screw, took that out, and you can see this rod is disconnected. Start by using one hand on the outside, one hand on the outside, pull it forward. Okay, now
get the top out and then rotate the bracket up and keep pushing it out until you can rotate the handle right out. Now use a flat blade screwdriver and disconnect the rod from the door handle. Use a small flat blade screwdriver, and you're going to want to get the bushing off of the rod, and you're basically prying apart that bushing and then pulling it also with your fingers until you can get that little bushing off. Now use a flat blade screwdriver and pry up the clip that holds the lock mechanism. This also holds that whole metal plate to the back. Pry that up and out. Once that clip comes out, then that metal plate comes off.
Okay, so you can see our original handle is in good shape, so we're just going to put it back together to show you. The new handles from 1A Auto are just like the originals. They come, usually they're a little reinforced in the areas that they break, but then we're just going to put it back together.
Start by putting the clip back on the handle. Do that by locking it in one side and then flipping it over the other side. Then put the lock and rear brace back on and just push to lock it in place. Now take that bushing that you removed from the rod and snap it into your door handle, and then take the rod and snap it in. You may need a pair of pliers to force it in.
Reinstall the door, get the bottom rear in first, and then the rest of the bottom down in. And then you need to slide it so that this gets around the tab in the door. Okay, and then once you get it there, slide it back and kind of rotate it into place. Okay, now that it's all in, now you need to slide it forward to get the two pieces on the back done. And now we're going to just, hard to film, so I'm just going to show you, we're going to put this screw back in with the electric connection here, and we're going to put this rod back in and lock the clip onto it. Alright, go ahead. I'll just be fast forwarding through this part. Oh boy. Actually, you know what? This is not going well. What's it?
And now we're in the home stretch. Just use your socket, and we kind of put the bolts into the socket, kind of load them in there, and then start all the bolts on. You want to make sure you start all three bolts at first, make sure they're going in correctly, and then tighten them up. When you tighten them nice and firm, you don't want to over tighten them because you could actually break the door handle if you make them too tight. And then put the little cap back on. Okay, make sure you unlock the door and then just kind of pull the shield up a little bit. You can shut the door and open it and make sure everything's all set. Here I'm just going to kind of fast forward through putting the door panel back on. Pretty easy. Make sure you plug your speaker back in, hang the window up, make sure the door locks through, make sure the harnesses come through, and put the pins in place, and then put the door handle, inside door handle back in place, the window switch, and make sure you reconnect the window switch, a couple screws to hold things in place, and a couple little trapdoors, and you should be all set. If you want to see putting the door panel back together in regular speed, just check our other videos for the Honda Odyssey door panel installation. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.1aauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.